Hello, and welcome back to Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition. Let's go to the Bat Feeder and the Scarecrow. Okay. I remember a lot from the last episode when it was dark. I saw shadows. Wait, can I go this way? We're navigating our way through. Dead end. Okay. Do you hear that? Kind of a muffled rumbling. Maybe we're near water? Could be. There was an underground lake around here years ago. I guess that's why they stopped digging so abruptly here. I love the design of this game. Like, even the context, like, see how the highlight automatically switched to the turntable and then it switched back here? That's such good game design. Broken track. The tracks are all messed up here. This tram isn't going any further. I wonder what's down that tunnel. All right. So that's the Scarecrow and the, whatever. So let's go back to the turntable and try another track. Okay, let's go to the pendulum and the casket. That's so cool because you can actually see, like, the pendulum in the foreground and the casket in the background. Oh, God. Oh my God. As soon as the light turned on and I saw the shadow, I actually jumped in my heart. I don't know why that spooked me the way it did. Okay, so that's a stage, but let's not go up there. Let's see what's to the right then. Ooh, what does that sound? Tape player? A dusty reel-to-reel tape player is stashed beneath the track, loaded with tape, but starved for power. Can I take it? What is it saying? Weird. Oh, I didn't know those were still down here. Yeah, I figured if I turned, like, because it said it was starved for power, if I turned the power off to the tram, maybe it would, whatever. Look, there's a tape player down there, one of those old reel-to-reel setups. When this mine was active, a couple of folk music archivists spent time here recording miner songs. Really academic, ivory tower types. None of the miners really talked to them much. So they stayed at the margins, observed, took notes, and then sometimes they'd get someone on a lunch break to sing into their microphone. Then I guess the power company got some kind of interest in the project and gave the archivists some coal script tokens to pay the miners with for their songs. Did your parents sing? Oh, yeah, they sang. They sang in the mine for coal script tokens. That's so cool. All right, so let's head back to the stage then. Damn, it's almost totally intact. I thought it would have been destroyed. What is this place? It's a recording studio, basically. Kind of thrown together, but this is where the archivists would record. And I guess then they'd sequester themselves down by that tape deck we found to listen to the recorded songs. Wait, so if I had clicked on this first, would she have talked about the archivists and then when I found the tape, she would have said yada 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 at the stage that we found? Because one thing I have to give a lot of points to developers for is the attention to detail as far as taking into account what order people will do things in and then having the characters respond accordingly. I think I mentioned at some point not liking when games don't do that, but I understand why they don't because it's likely, a lot to keep track of. So I don't know, I'm that much prouder of developers who do. Anyway, did you ever come down here? Yeah, I came here with my parents once or twice. They used to play music here, even when those archivists weren't around. It was a nice setup, kind of rickety, kind of dangerous, I guess, but I don't know. It had a good energy. It was warm sometimes. All right, so then we'll go back to the animal bones and the rowboat. When you're dealing with a game that's like a good point to, oh my God, that's scary. And they're going in whatever direction I'm going in. Oh God, anyway. When you're dealing with like a point and click adventure game like this, if it's so immersive, oh, the exit. If it's so immersive that I want to see everything and click on everything and explore everything, that's how I know it's good. Thank God. All right, yeah, let's poke around a little bit more. I just want to see what would... Well, wait. I think the left is where I got on the tram. Let's get out of here. Yeah, okay, that tunnel where the tracks were broken. I'd like to take a look down there. So, do I want to have Shannon say, if you wait for me, I'll go take another look? Or do I want to have Conway say, do whatever you need? I'll say, Conway, do whatever you need. I'll just wait for you here. Thanks, I'll be right back. I want to be supportive, you know. I'm kind of nervous. Birdcage. A paper tag hangs from the birdcage by a string. Canary, 25 tokens. Canaries sold at the company store? Do they also sell respirators? No bones in the cage. The bird must have been set free, or maybe the cage was cleaned. There are cardinals at the Louisville Zoo, and other birds. Ostriches, eagles, emus. No canaries. Too common, too small maybe, but they have starlings. Starlings aren't much bigger than canaries. Tape reels. A pile of tape reels was jammed into the top of the tram. They must have been thrown on in a rush. The reels are unlabeled. The tape is decayed. Lizette and Ira's son, Charlie, talked about a piece of music he liked made with old decaying tapes. What was it called? Something about... Charlie had the most bizarre taste in music. Weird, noisy, computer music. Where did he even hear that stuff? Louisville, probably. Or college. He was a smart kid. Damned pity. What happened to Charlie? Like, why is it that every time I turn the light off, I see something different? I don't know. The notebook at the top of this dusty stack is labeled in black marker. The label is dusty and smudged, but it looks like it might say horses. Houses, maybe? Or verses, even? Crude and hurried handwriting, too. Lizette has immaculate handwriting. Pristine and measured cursive. Never a stray mark. For the last several months, she filled out the receipts for each order. Since that young couple complained about the handwriting on the order slip. It's carbon paper anyway. It's bound to wear away over time. If they're so precise about their records, they should put it on the computer anyway. Anything else? I'm a little concerned about her, but I can't go back. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Oh, that's right, I forgot. We had a cave-in and I got my leg smooshed. Let's check out the shack. The cramped shack is lined with wooden shelves. Dusty stacks of tape reels and notebooks crowd the room, but a bit of moonlight filters through a window near the ceiling. On a small desk in the middle of the room lay 3 notebooks. The red one is labeled J. Marquez, the green one is labeled R. Marquez, and the blue one is unlabeled. Conway opens the red notebook. The pages are covered in... Oh, there she is! Is that Shannon? The pages are covered in disorganized notes, some written horizontally and others scribbled vertically into margins. A few pages are lined more evenly and divided up into charts correlating seasons, lyrics, harmonies, and coal holes. Okay, green notebook. Conway opens the green notebook. On each page is a delicately rendered charcoal drawing. Most are portraits of rugged faces. Near the middle of the book, there are a few drawings of a young girl in a miner's helmet. She plays along the mine cart tracks, collecting pieces of wire. In one drawing, another young girl sits nearby, intently studying a book. Conway opens the blue notebook. The notebook is full of Greek letters and cryptic mathematical formulas. Near the back of the book, what first looks like it might be... Oh yeah, this place. Now let's address the fact that I got nervous. I didn't think you were coming back. Sure I was, why wouldn't I be? Most everyone else I've met tonight has just disappeared. Well, here I am, damn it. Okay, Jesus. The notebooks are labeled Marquez. Your parents are the archivists? No, Weaver's parents are the archivists. My parents were miners. How's the leg? I can walk on it, but it's painful. Oh, I've got some painkillers here that could help you out. I got them from a friend when I sprained my wrist installing a security system. You better let me drive, though. They're pretty strong. Ooh, do I want to let her drive? Because I kind of want to control where we're going. I can handle it. Okay, your decision. I guess I should look for another route to Dogwood Drive. Yeah, all right. Well, maybe asking Weaver about the Zero was the wrong place to start. Maybe we should just ask her for specific directions. Her answers are complicated enough without a layer of indirection at the question. I saw Weaver at my workshop. That's up north by Lake Nolan, right at the Wax and Peonia, in the back of a bait shop. Pretty glamorous, right? These are the times we live in. She's either up there or back at the farmhouse. Whichever you want to head to first, let me know. What is this? That's cool because maybe I'll have a different experience with Weaver now that Shannon's with me. But Weaver disappeared. Lizette's Antiques. I guess this is your truck? Surprised? It's kind of old. No, I'm not surprised. I guess it's an antique too. I think it suits you. How's it going, Blue? Sorry I left you alone so long. What did you get into up here? Did you find any rabbits? All right, time to go. Conway doesn't want to stay any longer. All right, back on the road. Cool. Now that I have Shannon, I don't want to hit Kentucky Route 0 yet. Bait shop. Conway and Shannon pull into the bait shop parking lot. Yeah, I know what the signs say from the last episode. So we're just gonna head on in. Enter the side door to Shannon's workshop. The walls are lined with cheap metal shelves, loaded precariously with vacuum tubes, awkwardly shaped metal casings, and coffee cans full of electronic components. Shannon leads Conway to the back of the room, where a few TV sets in various states of disassembly are set up on a rough wooden table. She flips the switch on the power strip they're all plugged into, and the TV sets tremble to life. Let's watch the TV sets. Conway watches the TV sets. A ghostly white wobble flickers along one screen in a rhythmic pattern. Another is just snow. A third, a small security monitor in the middle of the table, is oscillating between different shades of black. Conway asks Shannon where she saw Weaver. Shannon points to a small security monitor on the table. The image on the screen is just black, but it seems to be fading slowly, almost imperceptibly, between different shades of black. Shannon tweaks a few knobs on the side of the monitor, but the picture doesn't change. Conway stares directly at the security monitor. The screen is a cavernous black. It hums and swells at the pace of the tide. Conway loses track of the workshop's walls. They could be inches away, or miles. He is adrift on black water, traveling swiftly toward a rocky shore. There should be a lighthouse or a buoy by these rocks. It's too dangerous. Shannon switches off the power strip. Weaver is not here. Okay. Then the farmhouse, right? Where was her farmhouse again? It's nice to have company in the truck. Oh yeah, down here. Oh, okay. I thought it would say something different because Shannon's with me, but maybe it'll only acknowledge Shannon when it's necessary. Let's go back to here. Let's see if Shannon wants to meet the dude. Act 1, Scene 7. I'm going to say Equus Oils because that sounds less crazy. Come on, Shannon. Let's talk to the guy. Actually, hold on one second. I'm going to go and run and get my seltzer while I'm at it. Okay, Joseph and Stranger. Let's look at them first. A man with a large pair of antlers slung over his shoulder is speaking with Joseph. And that's only a few miles outside of Hodgenville anyway. I don't think you could do much better for accessibility, and they got that new gas station if folks get lost. I got an achievement for returning and finding Carrington here. But maybe they should feel lost, Joseph. Just as lost then as we are always already lost. That sentence was very hard for my brain to process. Just like poor, itinerant Silas wandering the road looking for a home. Well, that's the way to look at it, I guess. I mean, I said I wasn't going to give people voices, but maybe I can give Joseph a little bit of a twang. Well, hello. I heard that old truck rumble on up. How's Blue? Say, maybe you can help this fella. He's looking for a venue, is how you said it, right? Sure, I have an old friend who runs a bar, and they've got a real big stage. No, it can't be indoors. Impossible. But I'm obliged you stop a moment to help me work this through. Let me explain my charge. I've dedicated my last 12 years to the design and orchestration of my life's great work, a grand, broadly experimental theatrical adaptation of The Death of the Hired Man by Robert Frost. How do you mean experimental? Well, drama is really my second love. My higher calling is pseudoscience. So when is the performance? The event is to be performed tomorrow morning, just before dawn. But in the spirit of tragedy, our venue fell through at the last moment. I've been out all day driving the highways looking for a replacement, eyes fastened to the landscape like a hawk scouring the field. So like a hawk, in fact, that I failed to keep an eye on my gas meter. I'm here waiting for the tow truck to bring my car so I can get back to the task. Okay, well, I don't mind keeping an eye out for a spot. I'm on a drive anyway. If you have attention to spare, I'd be grateful. Somewhere outdoors, somewhere intimate, somewhere tragic. Interesting. Joseph, anything else to say? Who's that? It's me. Oh, that sounds like one of the Marquez ladies. Well, I know it's not Remedios. She's back out in Knoxville these days, so... Hello, Shannon. How's the economy treating you? It's not great. No, I guess it isn't. Hell, they got me working days and nights, but at least people still need gas. Kind of different in your line of work, isn't it? Well, I'm sure they'll come around. Maybe some old TV show will get popular and everyone will want old TVs again. Yeah, maybe. So I can do that again. Who's that? So now it's me, Conway, talking. I ran across a strange museum up north a bit. Oh, that old place. I heard they keep a huge archive. Hey, next time you're up there, take a look in the archive room and see if you can find any of my old work on file. It'll be under Wheat Tree. That's my last name, Wheat Tree. The archive is just through the Hall of Glass. It's these big plastic doors. Kind of hard to spot, but the texture is a bit different than the rest of the walls. Okay, thanks for the tip. So we're going to head back to the museum then. Also, if you ever see a weird skip, it's because I stopped to drink my seltzer and then cut that time out. Anyway, here I am. Yep, I'm hard at work, as you can see. Now don't distract me. You like work? Well, it's better than being in a ditch. Ha! I bet you always say that, like a reflex. When people ask about my work, I always say it's pretty okay. That way I don't have to think about it. All right? What else can I say to him? I say better get going. What else can Shannon say? Oh, yeah. All right, so let's have her ask about the Zero again. Oh, yeah, that old delivery driver. What do you think of that guy anyway, just between us? Ooh, his hands shake when he's not using them. Yeah, it happens. Too much nerves or too much drink. Well, it's like I told him, I can't get you folks to the Zero, but I bet you can get there, especially now with the two of you. All right, I think that's everything. You got anything to say, Shannon? You walked all the way to the edge. It's just weird to me that it would let me walk that far and then show me that thing in the distance that looks like a little structure, and they wouldn't say anything. All right, back to the truck. Then we'll just keep an eye out for a nice outdoor space. It's time to go. All right, well, let's go to the farm. Let's continue that at least. Act 1, Scene 8. I don't know if it's actually progressing, like, you know what I mean? Or if it's just gonna say act whatever. Let's go on up. My God, I sure am slow, but I'm enjoying this enough that I don't mind it. I'll just cut it out for you, maybe. What? Why'd they stop? Oh, that was cool. Because he stopped on his own, and I was like, what's going on? And then she walked over to help him. Aww. She doesn't have anything to say about that? There's nobody buried here, you know. It's decorative, I guess. Or it's art or something. I don't know. So then nobody's dead? What are the names of the headstones? Nowakowski, Padilla. I don't know those names. Maybe the people who lived here before? I know when they bought this property, it already had a house and everything. Or maybe they have some other symbolic meaning. Oh, and look at the headstone, Marquez. I used to think that was for my parents. Now I don't know. Thanks for helping me. I also like the fact that, you know, it shows you some of the actions before you get to that spot so that you can click on it and have the character go the rest of the way. So, this is where she was. Yeah, makes sense. This was where Weaver and her parents lived. They took out a bunch of loans, you know, and had this place built. Do you have any debts? I owe some people some apologies. Well, you're lucky that's all you owe. My parents were like that, until the company store found a way to get to them. For my dad, it was tokens to run the fans and air purifiers. And for my mom, it was canaries. 2 solutions to the same problem, but they sure sounded different. Weaver had debt too, a lot of it, all tuition. How did she pay it off? She didn't. She had no income. None of them did. I think eventually Weaver put those math skills to work on all the red numbers in the family checkbook and got a clear sense of just how hopeless their situation was. So she left. I guess she just drove away in the middle of the night. They woke up in the morning and the car was gone. Never came back. Until tonight. Oh, huh. She seemed really focused on that old TV. Oh, that's not something you see every day. That old TV right there, well, that is a damned antique for you. I had a model like that in the shop once, but I had to sell it off to make rent. Most painful decision I ever made. Say, do you mind if I open it up? Looks like the dials are all corroded, and the screen is leaking light a bit. Come on, I bet Lizette would never forgive you for letting a specimen like that fall into disrepair. Yeah, because I didn't want to ask how she feels about Weaver. Not that I don't care, but I want to know what the deal is with the TVs. Oh God, we're both going to look at it. Yeah, because see, that's what happened last time. It was very weird. Oh yeah, these tubes are all messed up. Look like they've been in a swamp or a cave or something. There's moss growing on this one. That's okay, I have a few spares in my bag here. Here, I pulled this one out of an old computer monitor. Just needs to be recalibrated a bit. Okay, that oughta... should be seeing something now. Are you seeing anything? Hey, that looks dangerous, what you're doing there. Damn, okay. Here, I think the contacts are dirty. Now, don't go telling my customers I clean off old vacuum tubes with spit. There, just gotta turn it north, south, and... This time it's some kind of field? And a truck driving up to it? Or driving into a void? Was that my truck? Was that a vision of the future? Intriguing. End of Act 1. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I actually want to continue playing, and because some of these, especially if I think it's going to be a shorter game, there's no need to drag it out to like 15 episodes if I can have it be like 5. So let's just go to the second act. Limits and demonstrations. Wall text. Limits and Demonstrations, a Lula Chamberlain retrospective. Marking the first major public showcase of her work in over 20 years, this retrospective exhibition of work by pioneering installation artist Lula Chamberlain comprises a diagonal slice through time, place, and form. The pieces on display here were individually debuted over a period of 35 years, designed in Chamberlain's various homes and studios between her beloved Mexico City and her native Elizabethtown. They represent a range of scale and impact from the intimate warmth of vertex texture fetch to the infamous visage, the later of which requires a vertical clearance of over 30 feet. Yet these works share a confounding legacy. In each of their debut exhibitions, they were nearly impossible to install. Galleries and museums balked at the scale, power requirements, and highly skilled labor involved in maintaining these works for display. Some of their debuts collapsed under the weight of logistics, only to be successfully executed much later. And so, just as they describe the outer limits of Chamberlain's range as an installation artist, the geographical edges and vertices of her itinerant home life and the beginning and end of her distinguished career, the works on display here also trace the extremes of our capabilities and the frontiers of our patience as both viewers and exhibitors. Are we capable of viewing these works as they were meant to be viewed? Do we even want to be? Oh, I can move. Cool. Exit. Title card. Spinning coin suspended correcting for angular motion 1976 found materials. It feels so strangely alive. Yeah, like it's about to fall over. You mean the coin's about to fall over? I've been looking at the coin too, but I can't really tell what kind of coin it is. My uncle used to collect coins. Did I tell you that? He was crazy for them. Really obsessed. This coin actually doesn't look real. I think it's plastic. I feel really drawn to it, but it just makes me nervous. It's bizarre. What are these sounds? Title card, Vertex Texture Fetch. Oh, that's one of the other ones. Tree, television, and suspended cathode ray tube, 1968, found materials. The picture on the TV. What is that? It's a lighthouse? No, it's a weather vane or a windmill or something. Is it a lighthouse? Okay. So again with the TVs. So there's a lighthouse now in one, a farm thing. And this. At least this one's nice and quiet. No, guys, come on. We didn't look at this one yet. Stop racing ahead. Title card. Visage, 1984. Unknown media. What is that made of? It's a mystery. Looks like ribbon? Bandages? Oh, have you seen The Invisible Man? It's slice a visage to build a visage. A puzzle to its owner. What? It's a poem I read. I think it was written by a computer. Sounds like it. I'm gonna throw shade at any computer that thinks it can be a writer. You can't write, I write. You know what I just realized? The style of their bodies and like the scale of this reminds me of Oxenfree. I never played Oxenfree, I just watched somebody else play it, but I'm getting Oxenfree vibes. I just want to go back to this one though, but I'm not seeing the thing come up for it. Oh, there we go. A title card, overdub Namjoon Pak installation in the style of Edward Packer, 1965, 1973, 1980. Magnetic tape, handheld tape playback head, speaker system, voice of the artist, computer synthesized speech. Oh, I read about this one. It's interactive. How does it work? It's a bunch of old tape and you run this tape playback head along it and just listen to the recordings, I guess. Let's try it out. I think you start in the middle. As Bob drags the playback head along the tape, a woman's voice issues unsteadily from the speakers. We start in the middle. Donald and Joseph are in the hallway. I'm in an office. The walls are lined with filing cabinets. A few drawers hang open. The door is ajar. A massive computer looms in the corner. There are some punch cards on the floor. A synthetic voice recording spliced awkwardly into the tape lists out options in monotone.
To examine cards, rotate 30 degrees and advance 7 inches. To leave room, rotate 17 degrees and advance 4 inches. To activate computer, rotate 200 degrees and advance 15 inches.
Examine the cards. Bob moves the playback head to another strip of tape. Encoded in the holes punched through these cards is a first draft of the poetic subsystem. I can't read punch cards by sight. Donald can, I think. Anyway, this version was pretty underwhelming.
To leave room, rotate 17 degrees and advance 4 inches. To activate computer, rotate 200 degrees and advance 15 inches.
Activate computer. Bob moves the playback head to another strip of tape. So loud. I love it. I'm now holding 2 punch cards. On one of them, Joseph has scribbled a note. Caves. The other is blank.
To insert caves card, rotate 11 degrees and advance 2 inches. To insert blank card, rotate 95 degrees and advance 14 inches.
Bob moves the playback head to another strip of tape. I'm standing in a hallway. The walls are a blank beige. It's just after winter quarter, but before spring, so there are no students around. Usually these walls would be papered with flyers announcing new student clubs, looking for roommates, selling old textbooks, but now they're blank. Seems like it skips around a bit. Donald is here, scribbling on a scrap of graph paper. Joseph is here. He can hear me talking into this tape recorder. You sound like an anthropologist, Lula. An anthropologist? An entomologist!
To lean on Joseph's shoulder, rotate 70 degrees and advance 11 inches. To take Donald's hand, rotate 270 degrees and advance 2 inches.
Oh, interesting. So I get to pick who the love interest is here? I'm going to go with Joseph because I've never met a Joe I didn't like. Lean on Joseph's shoulder. This is the beginning of the tape. I'm at home alone. Joseph just left. We had an argument, but it'll work out. Wow, this is kind of personal. I feel a little embarrassed. I know what you mean, but she put it out there. I usually start here, in my home, whenever I'm sketching out a new piece. I start by just looking around. My closet door is open, and I can see a few sweaters and a dress I like.
To go downstairs, rotate 11 degrees and advance 4 inches. To think about dresses, rotate 150 degrees and advance 15 inches.
Go downstairs.
I've stopped halfway down and I'm sitting on the staircase. The tape recorder is on the carpeted step next to me. I'm leaning against the wall, holding a glass of wine, looking at some framed photographs on the wall.
To fall asleep, rotate 235 degrees left and advance 20 inches. To look at a photograph of a national park, rotate 17 degrees and advance 6 inches.
Look at the photograph.
We're on a dirt trail in the park. Or, well, it's not really a trail. It's a trail! It's more like a tendency. There tend to be fewer plants here, on the path we've been walking. Now we're walking at the edge of a massive hole. The dirt gives way to mossy rock as the ground sinks into darkness. Joseph and Donald are following a rope down into the cave. They have computer equipment tied to their backs. So do I.
To enter the cave, rotate 65 degrees left and advance 4 inches.
Enter the cave.
That's the last trip, so everything's down here now. The final resting place. Don't be so morbid.
To remember a fond gesture, rotate 180 degrees and advance 23 inches. To regret a harsh word, rotate 12 degrees and advance 6 inches.
Remember.
It's morning now. I'm in the car. I'm driving to work. This is the last recording I'll make on this tape. And then I'll drop it in the mail tomorrow. And then, who knows? I've been recording onto this tape for 15 years, I think. A lot of other things happened, so here's a story. When I met Donald and Joseph, they were both students, and I was in a band performing on campus. They came to my show, and then we met at some bar and had a few drinks together. Joseph wanted to impress me, so he stole a metal cocktail tumbler and gave it to me. We got kicked out, wandered drunkenly until morning, and finally ended up at a diner. And now I use the tumbler to store extra pens on my desk. So, I'm almost out of tape. I guess I'll just let it run out while I drive.
Hey, go back a bit. Maybe we missed something. Really? We've gone so far. Yeah, let's go back. Okay, sure. Let's do the regret one now.
The first time I moved to Mexico, I stayed there for 3 years, and I had no contact with either Joseph or Donald in that whole time. They each thought I'd done it to spite them. Maybe I had in part, but I don't think they ever appreciated the community I had in Mexico, or... Anyway, when I came back, I didn't call them or visit the university. I ran into Donald completely by chance at a hardware store. He asked me why I hadn't called, and I told him it hadn't occurred to me.
Okay, I think that's it. No instructions? No, that's the end of this tape strip. I don't think we ever reached this long one at the top here. Is it cheating to skip over there? I won't tell a soul.
Think of our work, our research. You'll die in these damn cold caves. And what about those men? You know they'll come back. We'll go deeper, that's all. They'll never find us. Did you hear their voices? They're not... They'll find you, but not me. I'm going back to the surface. Stop! Your stupid fight is ringing through the whole damn cave. Joseph is right. We can't stay here. I'm leaving too, but I'm not going back to the surface. I'm taking my station wagon and I'm heading down to zero. You'll be lost forever. But we need your voice for the machine, Lula. It only recognizes your voice. I'll send you this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail, and then you can see what your damn machine does with it.
Oh. Weird. That's bizarre. Wow. Okay, guys, wait, guys, wait. I want to see this one. Come on over. Give me the option to look. Oh, wait, do I need to stand in front of the thing? Yes, that's what the problem was. Title card. Basement Puzzle number 2. Artist, Sunset, and Horse. 1976 Plastron Wire. Can you read the cover of these books? Yeah, it's kind of hard to. I wish we could get a little closer. I don't think they're real books. No, they're real. Look, that one says... Oh, no, you're right. It's just scratched up cardboard. Maybe it's a puzzle, but there's no right answer. That's kind of sad. Interesting. I just realized that the title card things are here, and so I should have been just stopping in front of them instead of doing what I was doing, which was walking until I saw the the site icon come up. The eye icon. That's interesting, too, now having walked through all of it, with it saying, are we capable of viewing these the way they're meant to be? Oh, there's the exit. Let's head on out. Yeah, guess I'm ready to go. Yeah, I need to get to work anyway. So wait, so that wasn't Act 2? Alright, so I guess we'll start Act 2, the entertainment. Oh, I see. So it's like Act 1, and then whatever's in the middle. Then Act 2, and then whatever's in the middle. Okay, so can I just exit? Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna end this here. This is so fascinating. I'm gonna piece things together. Maybe I'll make another video about like my thoughts on this, kind of like how I did for Genesis Noir, because this is fascinating to me. And if you are fascinating to me, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel, support me on Patreon at the $1 tier or higher, and I'll be back very soon with another episode of Kentucky Route Zero.